opened my eyes as I started to hear her cries. It's midnight, and she's out cursing the world and crying her eyes out. There's nothing new to this, though. I know Jenna. She does this every night. Jenna's my best friend, my neighbor, my partner in crime, my childhood buddy, and even though we're not related by blood, we're sisters. Jenna and I, we're inseparable. But things started to change when he came. It was summer. We were 15 and out to live our lives. It was all fun and games until this tall boy with big brown eyes showed up and gave her the taste of first love. I turned 17 and then I realized that everything has changed. Jenna, my best friend, my neighbor, my partner in crime, my sister, we drifted apart. We hung out with different people. We had a new clique. We went on different colleges, from sleepovers and non-stop talks to just simple "heys" and "how are yous," until it became just a simple smile. We drifted apart. We became mere acquaintances. We went on to live different lives.
I don't know how it turned out like that. Maybe it was because she hung out with a popular crew, and it was because I stayed the library junkie that I really am, or maybe we grew apart. I don't know how it happened. We just did. Jen and I, we grew apart just like other people do.
I forced to close my eyes shut as I remembered the sleep I was dying to take. I'm tired. I want to sleep, but no matter how hard I try, I just can't. Jenna's cries won't let me fall asleep. I stood up, annoyed as fuck. It's just like this every night. I thought I would get used to her sobbing, but I guess I just can't. Clutching the pillow close to me like I always do, I raised the blinds of my bedroom window and peeked on her bedroom right across mine. Jenna and I are neighbors. Our rooms are close to each other. Perhaps this is one of the reasons why we became close in the first place. Just like every other night, the lights are out inside her bedroom. If not for the loud cries and wails, I would have thought there was no one inside. I glanced at Jen and I's photos that were still left hanging on my wall. These were the only photos left of us. It was when we were kids, back when we both had rotten teeth and pigtails. Back when we were having the time of our lives in the playground that used to be our safe haven. Back when we were still sisters. And in that moment, I realized tears were already streaming down my face. Just like Jenna, I began to sob. I couldn't help but to cry just staring at her dark and empty room. I can still hear her crying. Jenna, I whispered, closing my eyes. Jenna, stop this. I can't stop crying. Thinking about her and what we used to be is like a blade that lacerates my heart. Jenna, it's been a year since you died. You need to rest. You need to find peace. I said out loud as I chased my breath. Jenna and I grew apart, and the next thing I know, there were paramedics outside her house. They were trying to revive her. They were trying to stop the bleeding in her slashed wrist. Her parents were crying, asking where did they go wrong and how did Jenna end up taking her own life by letting a blade run through her pale skin. Jenna, I miss you, I uttered, and in a snap I can no longer hear her cries. Her room is dark and in absolute silence. It's quiet. Everything's quiet. I asked myself over and over again, what if Jenna never met that boy who broke her heart? What if Jenna never met those fake friends with sweet tongue and deceptive smiles? What if Jenna and I never drifted apart? What if Jenna and I were still as close as a chewed gum on a shoe? What if I gave her a hug or a smile when she felt her world would fall apart? If we both stayed in each other's lives, maybe Jenna would still have a friend to lean on in tough times. Maybe Jenna wouldn't feel left alone and depressed. Maybe Jenna wouldn't use her death as her escape from misery. At first, I was pissed at Jenna for taking her own life. I was pissed because she chose to raise a white flag. But then I realized she didn't have anyone to lean on. She didn't have anyone to tell her everything is going to be okay. She didn't have anyone to console her when things took turn for the worse, especially when her parents separated and peers turned against her after some rumor circulated. And then it began again. I could hear her cries again, and this time it's coming from inside my own room, behind me. Jenna, I whispered as I opened my eyes. Her cries grew loud as the room got colder than it ever was. I felt my hair stand at the back of my neck when she started whispering my name. Annie. I looked at her direction and saw her sitting at the edge of my bed, crying. Her wrists are slashed as blood is dripping down my bed and floor. Her head is down, and her hair is covering her face. The light in my room is dim, and I couldn't see her face, but I'm sure it's her. It's Jenna. It's the girl who I drifted from. Jenna, I'm sorry. I should have been there. I should have been there when you needed me. Please rest. Please find your peace. You've been in too much pain. This needs to stop. I whispered as she started to blur in my vision, as if she became transparent until I could no longer see her. I wasn't scared. I'm a coward, but this time, I wasn't scared at all. It's Jenna. I missed her. I missed her so bad. Suicide is never the cure. Care and support was, but no one gave her that. If only I could turn back time, I should have been there for her. I should have been there at her weakest. I should have at least smiled at her when our eyes met back. We were both looking out at our windows. The morning she took her own life.